Welcome to Scar Plays Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 2 in the series. In the last episode, we took some basic science readings on the launch pad and unlocked a few parts. Jeb made his first suborbital flight, and it was a success on the first attempt. When we last left off, Jeb was in the middle of his first trip to the upper atmosphere. Let's see if he was able to land safely. Beardo vision!
Alright, so Scar, you see on nav HUD how it's adding that yellow line? That's
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that.
Okay, your keys are mapped to it, and when you're launching, you only want to go one direction to get to orbit. There's one more efficient direction than the rest.
Okay, hold on. I gotta. Let me get my parachute.
Yeah.
That's.
Don't fire your parachutes too late.
Yeah, that's what that was about.
Any time to deploy now.
I went kaboom.
Too much weight?
3,000 is not soon enough. I think it looked like I was just going too fast, but it could be weight. Yeah, that went kablooey.
Yeah, then you need time to deploy the.
It used to be 5,000, but you know, Sim told me he does 3,000, so I went with that. But yeah, no. So I mean, yeah, we could try that again, or we could try to put on more parachutes,
You can
or
put a stack separator between the Science Junior and the fuel tank.
I'm not sure if it was weight or if it was just doing it too late. What do you guys think?
Both. Probably both.
Yeah, just hit parachute on 5,000.
Do we want to just try that again and see what happens so we can prove this?
No harm to run.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm curious myself.
Yeah, let's do it early while we got so little variables.
Yeah, there's so many changes to the parachutes and the atmosphere in this patch. I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah. Why do they have the wrong flag here? That should be my flag. My flag is on my ship, but out here, outside of the KSC, it's the Kerbal flag.
Bastards.
Alright. Countdown.
3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Oh crap, I didn't set a SAS. I can probably still do it.
It's kind of weird just imagining the thing launching as I'm saying it.
We need some typical control center talk before and after launch.
Yeah, man, that rocket looks really good right there. There's a lot of flame coming out of that.
Yeah, this go procedure, and we start the countdown at 10 minutes.
God, no.
With pausing to refuel.
T minus 800. No.
10 minutes and counting. Countdown paused at 4 minutes. Last checkup.
Yeah, really? So many fucking pauses on real launches.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Possible pause is at 6 seconds.
So, Apo at 32.
So at the Apo, science, and then time warp to the altitude you want to open.
Okay, you were telling me about control group.
You can't set that until you have unlocked it in the by upgrading your VAB.
Okay.
You need to upgrade the web once, then you get and you can set the normal control groups, and if you update the second time, you can set your own control groups.
Okay.
Or custom
So
ones.
So while you're hanging up in space, one thing you'll want to know about launches is you have to go in one direction, and I find it helpful to get in the habit of turning your vessel 90 degrees every time you launch, just so that you have your WASD pointing the right way, so that you can just hit W to start your gravity turn.
I just always went D sideways. And just turned. Yeah, I just turned sideways.
Well, that's what you're used to. If you ever have to do any like maneuvering, looking at the nav ball is really annoying. Being able to look at the marker on your nav HUD is much easier, and that's why I think having it so that you're easily mapped to WASD, up, down, left, right, you know.
Yeah, sure. I mean, actually. So you're saying a rotation? So is that with my Q and E?
90 degrees clockwise.
That's Q and E to rotate that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you just hit Q. I guess it might come down to preference for some, but I guess I think there are advantages.
I can see the advantage. Yeah, no, I mean, I can definitely try it. Parachute launched at 51.
Part of the reason you're coming down really fast because you're not going through as much atmosphere. Like, if you were coming at an angle, you wouldn't be going so quickly.
I think I'm still gonna go boom. Kaboom. Oh, but I think the Kerbal survives. Oh, nope. Well, maybe. Jeb is alive. Jeb is alive. It actually blew up. At first, it blew up the engine. I bounced again. It landed straight down. It blew up the engine. And then I parachute again. And then it lands, and it blows up the fucking solid boot, or the fuel tank. And then it comes back down. It is technically mission accomplished. Should I take that? Should I take that?
I mean, you're going to lose a very small amount of money because a couple of things blew up, but the most expensive stuff is intact.
Success!
You may
double explosion and success.
Set your parachute to high level.
Can you set it to launch higher?
Right click it.
Oh, yes you can. Oh. So in theory I could actually yeah, so in theory I could let's do that. Let's revert. Revert to launch. We don't need to change anything in the VAB. Go on ahead and click the parachute altitude. What do you think? 1,000 or Jojo Bobo?
Yeah.
You can destroy it.
Can destroy what?
Parachute.
Yeah.
Oh, by having it too long?
By deploying it at too high of a speed. So it's got the initial phase where it will start to slow you down very gradually, and you got to kind of balance because that can break. But obviously, the part where it deploys is much more prone to damage.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what 1,000 does and go from there.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
I used the parachute while burning in the atmosphere to
stop your craft from burning up.
Yeah, because it twitched over most of the time because it was so top heavy. So I used the chute to get it right, and it worked.
Oh, it's so hard to keep craft from not being top heavy now when you're doing atmospheric re-entry.
Yeah.
How do you I can't think of good ways to do it.
Yeah. Hail to the king. Welcome back.
Keep it.
The back part more drag.
Yeah. All right, countdown. I think it's Chunk's turn.
Okay. T-minus 10 minutes.
No. No.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and ready for takeoff.
Oh yeah, look at that rocket go.
It's dead. Houston, we have a problem. No movement here.
I keep forgetting to combine the stack separator and the engine, though.
You can do that right now.
I'm already.
Oh, okay.
I just did it. That's why I'm commenting on it, because I just had to do it again. Okay, engine's out. Apple's going to be around 32. I don't think I'm going to actually hit 32, it looks like. Dipping under, but... Just make sure I'm over 30,000 when I do the science is the idea.
Just get it at your highest point. I don't really know.
So just watch my speed then to judge that. Yeah, as soon as I get the closest I get to 0 is the idea.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I know exactly which areas you get more science from, but I know like different layers of the atmosphere. I think there's certain areas where you can get science again, because obviously you deplete the science that you can get from any given area pretty quickly.
One tip: if you start, lock the fuels on the top right.
What's that now?
Just click on.
Watching my fuel?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, keep that up. That's always a good idea to keep that up. I remember that now. Doctor's Taze, how are you?
You do your crew report too?
Wave? Yeah, I did it. I don't think I did it last time. I got it this time. So, still 5,000 though, even though we increased the 1,000, or should I do it higher? It shouldn't matter. That part shouldn't matter, right? I mean, it matters. You want to make sure it's at a decent
For when
amount.
you hit the button?
Yeah, hit the button at 5,000. Or should I go like around 6?
I don't know. I don't know when it would rip it. See, I mean, the thing is, you're going so quickly because you're going straight up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is very heavy.
I'll do 5.5.
Okay.
Close as I can get to it at least. Alright.
Cool.
I think we might be okay. Let's see what happens. That's still really fast. Wait, okay, we're slowing down. We're slowing down. We got it. I think we're good.
Nice.
Yeah, I've slowed down to 9.
Very good.
It's actually now coming down really slow. I could probably drop that to, I would say, 7 or 800. But that, yeah, 500 is not enough for the weight on this on this beast.
That's crazy. That's cool that the parachute is flexible in that regard. Without, I would have seriously expected that to snap it. that last little part when I watched that.
The thing I don't like about this HUD thing, nav HUD, it's got the little arrows just kind of bouncing around when you're not.
Yeah, you can always toggle it when you're done with the flight or whatever.
It still blew up the engine. It couldn't land on that. I still have the tank.
9 point something.
Yeah, it was 9 point something. So when it landed, it took out the engine, but the tank is still there. So
Yeah,
I saved a little bit. Science is still there, obviously. The science survived last time with the bounce. The bounce was cool. Yeah. EVA. And so still no sign. I can't take any samples.
That'll be a bit. Like, you'll probably be on the moon before that happens.
I can take a second one, right? Hop out and do the second one? Or?
If you got good science, you can. If it was weak, then probably not.
I didn't see what I got. No science, actually, by doing it the second time, so...
Yeah, probably that whole area that's that same grass color that you're on no longer has any science from the EVAs.
Yep.
$38 new science. I got a total of 53 now.
Cool.
3,611 recovered from parts. Funds are up to 157,000. I completed 10,000 contracts, so we got the speed record, altitude, altitude. Aha. So no new ones available. Okay, we still haven't escaped atmosphere technically. All right.
Get
I
those
thought
new
that
parts.
I thought that counted, but no.
Oh no,
That was okay. That was high.
40K.
That was high atmo. Okay, right. I need to get to 70. All right. All right. So go science, and make sure we get the stability.
Yeah, I don't think anything else is upgradable. It's like 45 for the next one.
Yeah, I mean technically I could grab that without the stability, but we want stability first.
What was the other one?
Everything else is 45. So I mean I got 4 choices with at 45.
I seem
Advanced
to
rocketry.
One of them's actually really good.
Advanced rocketry, general construction, flight control is there,
What does that have?
a winglet, reaction wheel, inline cockpit. That doesn't seem like it. Stay Putnik on basic science. Rechargeable battery, thermometer, comms.
Ooh, basic science is hard to say no to because you can really quickly get the part that you're ignoring.
Go through basic science, I think.
So skip stability.
First get science, and then you can research the rest.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you won't have solar panels for a little bit, but there's a lot you can do with batteries.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't even need to be transmitting at first to get much out of a thermometer.
Hey Dargrin,
Just
what's
make
up?
All of your rockets will now bring you more science.
Yeah, Dr. Tays agrees. Basic science pays for itself. Cool. All right, Veb. Okay, so we want I'm not really sure that with what I added there, that's gonna just give me the extra science. So yeah, I got a battery pack, but that's not. Well, landing strut would help me keep that engine, right? We're not adding that yet, but also radio mount parachutes might be good.
I don't think the landing strut would have helped.
But remember, the landing struts give you a drag at start also.
It's not worth bringing it up.
Your girlfriend's getting you play Wizard 101. I never got into that. How is it? So we got the back. I think I had the back last time. Why didn't I use that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest you switch to if it wasn't enough. So now that's what we do. Let's see what it gives. 9. Okay. That's worth trying.
Okay, do I need to change anything? Change the engine a little bit?
Yes, you want to change the thrust to 1.7.
Okay, but do I want to change The T45 also a little bit, so there's 1.5? 1.5 on the ground, or 1.5 at 35?
I think it was okay where it was, because this
I've already kind of moved it around a bit.
Because remember how you were getting to 30? I think this lower stage might actually get you there, and then it would be set to the right thrust, because again, you don't need 1.7 at that altitude.
Do you remember where it was just a minute ago? I think it was lower, right? Huh? Was it high?
I
thought it was lower.
Yeah, it probably was lower.
I could actually exit and redo this.
And this is all ballpark, so don't get it exactly there, you know, it's just rough.
It didn't. It didn't change.
What didn't change?
It left everything where it was.
Oh, that's fine. Again, it doesn't have to be exact if you just get it close to 1.5.
Okay, and we want to get the back at 1.7.
That has to be, yeah, that you want that to be that way.
1.70, perfect.
You know, close to it.
Okay.
I do 1.7, 1.71. Because it's annoying to get it exactly on.
I got it right on into the first try, so that was fine. 145 is what the stage 1 is right now, and let's actually combine in stage 1 and 2. Make that a little bit easier on me. So we're looking at total delta V 1700. Is that what you're wanting, or what does it? Am I looking at total on the top stage, or am I looking at 900 on the first stage? What is the more important thing that I should be looking at?
One is the total between the two. So right now you supposedly have 1771, but it will most likely be more because as you get out of the atmosphere, it goes up. So we wanted about 1500, and that includes the fact that it's actually more. I would assume. So we should have enough with our estimation, but our estimation could be wrong. You could need more. We don't really know exactly off the top of our heads. I suspect that this will be close and that the BACC will bring you to about 25 or 30.
I don't really like how the zoom controls work.
Yeah. Did you slap a thermometer on there?
Yeah, that's why I'm zooming actually right now. It was thermometer and Kerbal Engineer. It doesn't zoom; it moves up and down for me. If I middle
control or shift or alt or something, you have to modify it.
Well, right now for me, it's if I hold in middle mouse button and then move my mouse up and down, that's my zoom.
Yeah, try shift.
Yeah, shift should work.
Oh, it does. Thank you.
Yeah, there's all shift, control, and alt modify.
I would like it to be the opposite way, so that it would be scrolling in and out, zooms in and out, and then shift would, scroll up and down the ship. But whatever.
If you shift click on any part of your rocket, you can drag the whole rocket.
Okay.
And you do not need to hit the root part.
So I wanted the thermometer and Kerbal Engineer, and nothing else matters, right? Flight computer or computer flight unit, doesn't matter. That's part of Kerbal Engineer. What do I want?
Kerbal give you the information on your display as you fly.
Which one? Kerbal Engineering System or the flight of the computer?
I don't know the difference between the two. I just use the circuit board one because I hate how big the other thing is.
They're both about the same size.
I have a feeling the flight computer does more because it costs more. But I don't know what it would do because all I need
They weigh the same. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna just use that one. Now, that's gonna throw my weight off if I put them both there, huh?
Put them on opposite sides. So just put the thermometer over the door or under the door.
I think I can do.
Make sure you're snapping it to the grid with what is it? C. If it's not like centered on the grid, it's not going to line up right because right now you're in free place mode.
Yeah, I remember.
Or you're putting it over the goo. That works.
Yeah.
I have been told that these don't actually weigh anything. Like their weight doesn't calculate.
It's .005, but
Yeah,
that's
I
not
have
nothing.
found
But it's not.
I have found otherwise. I'll say it that way.
Yeah. All right. So we are good to try this, and
The only other thing that you might want, but you probably don't for this one, you could put a battery in an antenna. But we'll just get the temperature at the optimal place, which will be for this one at the maximum height of the launch. Dr. Tay says to bring more thermometers. That's not a bad idea, actually, but they do have a cost. You'll be getting them back, but you're not going to be landing at KSC this time.
one for low atmo and one for high, and so on.
Yeah, ignoring the launch pad, you would need a total of 3, I think. Low atmo, high atmo, and then out of atmo. But that's up to you if you want to do that. You could put one behind and in front of the door on opposite sides of the vehicle, or down on the...
I was putting it on science.
You got this. You know about the offset and how you can part clip?
I don't know how to do it. I recall things being talked about.
Well, let me show you. Click, once you're done with that,
Yeah, I'm done.
hit 2 on your keyboard and then click the command pod. Or no, sorry, click the Science Junior. And then hit C to make sure the grid is on free mode, so it'll be a circle instead of a hexagon. And then drag up on the Science Junior, and you can actually make it look flush with your command pod.
Okay, cool.
If you hit F while that the offset mode is hit, it changes the orientation. So like a part that's placed on the surface, such as your goo canisters, can be changed in different orientations. And then if you
Offset load, offset orientation. What?
yeah,
How's that
so
work?
hit the goo. It'll make more sense on the goo.
Okay.
And then if
Gotcha.
you hit 3, it goes to rotation. And all of these settings have the snap to with the hexagon thing I told you to change.
Yeah, C will allow me to snap
Yep.
or not. Okay.
So it's really nice.
Yeah, that is cool. So you can really make it look the way you want to make it look. Gotcha.
Exactly.
All that makes sense to me. I was doing 3D design last week, so all that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Last week where someone built Buran.
Now how do I get out of that?
Energy.
Hit 1 or 2.
1, okay. So yeah, 2 just brings it back. 1 brings it in. So you can't, it doesn't toggle, but 1
is
just
part
turns it
snap
off.
Mode, 1 to 2
Yeah.
is offset. 3 is rotation. And those are actually little icons at the top left. There's a 4th one, which is reroute or renode or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Route? How's the route work?
Doesn't it change the node of the ship, the center?
Oh, you can like choose the route.
Yeah, but I've never done it.
Okay, so if you start it, but that I remember something about that. So right now the command pod is the route. If I wanted to change out the command pod, in order to not remove the entire ship, I could set the route node to something below the command pod, pull that command pod off, and then only have to change the command pod and everything else. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Popcorn Hemorrhoid, welcome. That must be painful.
Change the route if you want to work with sub-builds, and you need to connect them to the root node of the sub-build, so you have to change it first.
Sure.
But that's
take-
interesting later on if you have transportation missions of vehicles.
Okay.
This is
Well,
great.
this is Orbital 1. Let's go and start putting on my initials on here too. So we got SRG Orbital 1.
So you've added a little bit of weight to this thing, and it was already blowing up the thruster when you land. Do you want to do something? The way I see it, you got 2 options.
I know what I gotta do.
All right, you know what you got to do.
Put 5 parachutes in it.
I think I just changed the root node perhaps. Let's go and do that. Put that back. I could do. Yeah, I could do more parachutes. I was gonna do the stack decoupler.
Yep.
Something it failed there. There we go.
That's what my money's on.
But I mean, yeah, there's no point in doing. Yeah, no, that's what I should do. Let's restage that. Which one is this? Okay, so we got solid fuel boost on stage 3, stack decoupler and liquid engine on 2, then a decoupler on 1, parachute 0. Stages look alright to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, I mean, I do have radial parachutes, so I mean, I could try to save that, that engine through that, but I think it's still gonna go. What's up?
Yeah.
Dustas the Shadow. How are you? And let's go on ahead. Since I changed that, let's save again. When I take it to the launch pad, you'll get to look at it, see how pretty it is, and I'm gonna grab a soda. Why is engineer over my view right now? In that small little thing. Why do we have that? Oh, that's okay. Duh. Because I now have engineer loaded. Where would be a good place to plop that down?
I kind of put it where your text window is, but you can put it. Yeah, that's where I put it actually. Because your staging will start to cover the left side, and you want your fuel gauge there. So I think where you have it there is good, but you don't have, you haven't hit any of the tabs yet, so it's not actually filling up the space that it normally would.
Like, what do you mean? Hit any of the tabs?
Well, hit vessel is what I normally have it on.
Okay, so there's that. Yeah, okay, so that's actually blocking a little bit.
But that's, yeah, and you change it depending on what you need, but vessel I find is always useful.
That's a little crowded right there. With this should be okay. If I move it to the left underneath the apoapsis, and, like, I don't need alarm clock open right now either.
That just looks ugly, though. Oh, yeah, you moved it way far from where you did.
Yeah. No, it looked awful when it was, like, between... Yeah. You talk about when it was between the altitude and the... altitude and the altitude, actually. So yeah, below apoapsis stuff, that should be fine. I think that looks good. Ooh, it gets long. If I had everything open. So what do I need? What should I have open? Just vessel or what?
I don't like having more than one open at a time.
Yeah, I was just messing with them. Is it a vessel that's going to be important, or orbit?
Yeah,
since I'm going orbit.
And surface and vessel are the only ones I ever use. I think rendezvous has its uses if you're doing one of those, but I don't have problems doing rendezvous with the maneuver planner.
So we are trying to get orbit right now, right? Is this? Or we're just trying to hit 70?
Trying to get to 70k, yeah.
Okay. Let me grab a soda. I'll be back. I have some KFC. Eat some of that in a minute.
Nice.
Alright,
there will be a little window or a couple lines of text that show you your apoapsis and your periapsis.
They were there, and now they're gone. Are you talking about the stuff that's...
Normally in the top left above your flight engineer window. I think you just need to start flying for those to appear. I'm not sure.
These HUDs. Okay, the HUDs. Yeah, I clicked them off. I got it. So that's that. So, alright. Whose
Cool.
turn was it to count?
Now, does that flight engineer window need to be so far to the right? It does kind of encroach in the screen space for the viewers.
Does what need to be what?
The flight engineer vessel window there.
So far to the right?
Sorry, you could put it to the left more on the screen, right?
Yeah, you just mentioned that it was going to fill up with the staging, so I was just trying to
Right,
get
but this
used to
only
it.
takes up a small bar.
So, I mean, I could do this, leave the room for it, which looks kind of weird. I just kind of lined it up there because it fit with the thing, but
Yeah, I was just saying it's not a lot of screen real estate left after
Yeah.
that was there.
yeah, you're right. I'll put it up against the border, and when we start getting staging, then we'll deal with it.
Yes, sir. That sounds good.
Rogar Duel, good to see you again. All right, count me down.
It's Chunk's turn, right?
I don't know.
No, I think it's my turn.
It's your turn, I think.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
I did a 10 minutes countdown last time.
That's right.
Looks like I've got a little tilt now. It looked like there's some tilt, but I'm going straight up. I'm listing a little bit to the right.
Yeah. I wonder if there's some parts that aren't quite lined up.
Yeah, some winglets on the bottom of the solid rock.
That would help, but we don't have them yet.
We don't have them? Okay.
We skipped
Whoa,
that.
whoa.
It started.
Okay, I did a.
And drip is heavy.
I don't know if
Yeah, very top heavy. The thrust would need to be higher to help that, right, Chunk?
I don't know what would be causing that that offset though. It looks like everything's even.
Put the goo lower. First of all, to lower the weight towards the engine. So put them where your thermometers are. Pretty much as low as you can mount them and still look good. Rolling on the floor, laughing, spin and launch.
And
Yeah. Marcus, welcome. How are you?
Stabilize after
What's that?
staging.
What's that, Chunk?
Give the rocket a bit time to stabilize after staging.
Yeah.
Make sure
I
that
have
that Kerbal engineer is lined up.
Or use the service bay. I mean, it's a bit buggy, but
I have so far avoided using those entirely. I don't mind sticking parts on the outside, and so far nothing's really blown up.
I do not mean the blow up. I mean the drag.
Oh, drag. So the engineer weighs the same as the thermometer, right?
Yep, I just checked that.
As long as they're on the same side, it doesn't matter. They just need to line up.
Their height doesn't matter though.
I don't think so. I mean, go ahead and put them close to you can.
Yeah, I'm
As
trying
close
to
as
get
you
them.
can, but that's not going to throw it off at all. I've done crazy stuff with that.
Yeah, you would think that should be fine. Everything, I mean, it should all be
Balance it
fine.
Radially. That's what matters, and it is.
All right.
Double check your aerodynamics. Make sure you don't have anything to use.
How do I check that?
The aerodynamic tab, sorry, the parts. So if you got a fin or...
Yeah, I got a fin. I got basic fin.
And
Okay,
if you
okay.
want to, you can hit the F12 button before launch, and then you see the drags coming through your rocket marked as red lines. So you can check where is the drag that flips over.
So do I put this low on the solid fuel booster? The fins? 3 of them, 4 of them?
4. So that's cool. I didn't know there was a fin that you start with. It looks really wimpy, but still, anything's better than what you had.
Okay.
So you can always snap it to a location, then offset it to the right orientation. I mean, the right height.
Marcus, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Wizrule, welcome to the stream. How are you?
Those are kind of placed on their offset. I'm not sure if you.
Are they offset? How's that?
Well, they're not lined up with the orientation of your vehicle, but it doesn't matter.
They're not lined up necessarily with
the way you'll be pointing, but you'll be fine.
Oh.
This will not produce that much drag. I think that it is a problem. If you use bigger ones, you should watch about it.
Yeah. It should be okay. We'll see what happens.
In case, it'll provide a very slight roll. Very, very slight. Your SAS would probably overcome it. So, ZRT. And then Chunk got the countdown.
Are you ready to rumble?
Yes, I am.
I'm not.
Okay, then let's wait.
No. By all
Pause.
means.
Yeah, I'm sort of a new player. I played a little bit before. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I was always guided through it anyways. So, yeah, I'm newish. I haven't played 1.0 at all, but I did play a little bit in the beta. But, yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
And thanks,
we
Wiz.
launch now Orbiter 1. We hold it the countdown at 4 seconds, and now we will go on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Made rocket sounds.
Yeah.
It's missing.
There we go.
Did your little 90-degree turn there for you. I think we're a lot more stable. I may have a little bit of list to the right. Yeah, I'm still leaning to the right a touch.
Any tips to go to Juna? Parachutes? Maybe.
Just bring enough Delta V and mess with that maneuver planner until you got the right kind of orbits that you need to get there. Make sure you also line your planets up. That's something a lot of people forget.
Now, when you're doing the gravity turn, I know we're not doing that in this one, but where do I start turning? Was it 10,000?
Between 15 to 18.
15 to 18. Huh. Okay, it used to be 10.
It depends on your rocket, how stable it is.
Yeah, you can start around, like I start around 8K, just a very tiny nudge, and it just gets a very slight angle going that I slowly build, but the main turn starts for me around 15, and it stops at around 20. Where I lock in at 45 and stay there until I hit my
Okay, I ran out of fuel and I went ahead and staged right then. I'm not going to hit 70. It doesn't look. I'm going to be 54. Was I supposed to stage that then or no?
It doesn't matter.
Because I got rid of the weight. But yeah, no, it's. I still need some more to get to 70.
So we're really close actually. I know it only and
it's 53.
It doesn't look that close.
But I mean, yeah. But once I get here, I need less.
Fuel. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. So revert or take the science. This isn't going to be any different science, is it?
Try it.
You'll get new milestones. You'll get profit from this. So if you want to, yeah, it'll.
Who doesn't love step 3 profit?
It's a better use of your time.
Oh, and I wasn't taking the temperatures, but I can take temperatures on the way down, right?
Take them now.
Well, I've got 3 temperatures to take, right?
Go ahead.
You have 3 atmospheres to check.
This is upper atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going back down. Okay, so I need to actually. Okay, I don't think I said hi to Jonas. What's up, Jonas? And welcome to Olimars. Okay, so I don't know when I need to take the next temperature.
If you have a look at the atmosphere.
Just use this bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never made it to the black. So get to the light blue. Take one. Alright, well, okay, right now I'm in dark blue. Then there's blue, and then light blue. So there's a middle atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, yeah, there's one.
Ooh, the parachute's back to 500. Should I do something about that?
Right click it.
Yeah, I've already. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm already there. 700.
Yes.
I'll set it to 700. Should be okay.
Yep. Good.
Because right now I got no buffer below me. Because if it lands, that Science Junior's going. Zordy, welcome to the stream. How are you?
Yeah, you may pop it at 8,000 kilometers. Meters. 8,000 kilometers. Yeah.
No, well, this thing is light as a feather compared to what you had before. You took off most of the weight, or half the weight. So you don't need to worry about, like, you could probably deploy it at 500, but just keep it at what you got, it'll be fine. You got the next temperature. Yep.
I just got it.
Cool. Got a crew report, or did you get one already?
I did not. Ooh, just barely got that around 5. But yeah, it's clearly slowing down faster, so that's also good. So yeah, sounded like something just blew up. Is that stuff landing on the ground? Yeah. So I'm actually just now.
Well, that last stage that you got rid of, I think.
Probably just coming in after me. Yeah. It sounded like 2 things landing, but sure.
Yeah, whatever was going up with you when you staged that last one, it went up with you the whole way.
Yeah, I'm coming down at 6.
High professional doing science and pop out the parachute at the same time.
Yeah, that was like, let's go on ahead and take our temperature and parachute. We got this. Now, if I reset materials bay and close it, that doesn't remove the data, does it?
That will
It
destroy
does.
for now.
Okay, so I can.
If you have scientists, you can take out the science and reset it in a way that you can use it again.
Okay, so leave everything open. Gotcha.
I think
Chunk,
that will not produce any.
I got so excited about the science labs, dude.
How they look or what?
Just
Oh, it went kaboom.
It did.
Yeah, Jev is still good, but the science, it was I was just at 6. Yeah, 6 meters a second. It's 5.9. Yeah, with
Heat shield on the bottom.
heat shield, or should I do landing? The landing's not going to do anything for me.
Or lighter, probably the landing gear.
So,
I thought 6 would be okay.
should I just take this and get the science, and get some money out of it, or
I probably wouldn't.
no? Okay, lost too much because the science is expensive, huh?
Yeah, that science junior was yeah.
Where did you place your science labs?
Yeah, you could just do more parachutes. You could do radials.
Yeah.
That's more reliable than landing gear anyway.
What speed do I need to be going to be able to land successfully?
Well,
Isn't there info about those things? Actually, yeah.
It
depends on the
depends
gravity.
the impact tolerance of your
Yeah, crash tolerance. Okay, the Science Junior has an impact tolerance of 6 meters. So I mean,
Going
because I was
6
right there, I was going 5.9 to 6. Honestly, it was hovering between 5.9 and 6, but I'm sure at some point it kind of touched above and just enough. So one parachute would definitely do it.
Put 2 radial.
But yeah, yeah, you gotta balance it. So 2 will definitely do it. Thank you for the follow, Wiz. I appreciate that. Atomicus Knight, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You have like 3 parachutes for this kind of mission. Yeah. All right, so that's a utility, radial, kablooey. See where to put it though.
On the white stripe.
It's gotta go on the science, right?
Probably.
Can it go on the door on it though, or is that?
Not if you want your Kerbal to get out. Put it on the white stripe.
No, not on the door,
on
but
the side, on the command module.
Oh, okay.
You want it higher up. You don't want it low.
So just above my.
Replace the Kerbal Engineer with it, and then put that higher up or somewhere else.
Oh, so I want. Wait, you said I want it. I want it higher, or I want this
You
lower?
want it higher, like just on the vehicle. It's okay if it's anywhere on the command pod. You don't want it on the Science Junior.
because
Okay.
you break your connection between Science Junior if you are unlucky. Or
Really, anywhere
you
on the
twitch
command pod.
around and some stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeb will be happy, but that's not one of our targets of the mission.
No.
Okay. You think this is okay, or
Let's see.
just putting it right above?
Yeah, and you can use the offset tool to make it look a little bit better if you want. Yeah, you got snap off.
Yeah, it turned snap off. It was hanging for a minute, but then I turned it off and it's fine. Just put it inside.
Right in Jebediah's face.
Your face, fool.
Yeah, you tweak that shit like I do. Get it just right. Sometimes I actually just sink the circuit board into the fucking vessel because I hate it.
It's actually, I'm not far from that.
Like I'll
Oh,
let
and
something
now,
go.
okay, doing it lets me have my flag. Yeah, it's gone. It's invisible. Now I gotta have the the thermometer, but
Yeah.
that's gotta be something I can reach to click on.
It would be internal anyway, right? It's a fucking
Yeah,
circuit board.
it's a circuit board. Why is it sitting on the outside? Yeah, exactly. Actually, that looks pretty cool, doing it like that. I need a little bit more rotation, I think.
Oh, I see. It does look cool. I've done that a couple times, but
I like that. I like that a lot. It fits a lot better.
it's usually better on
Temp trial, welcome.
the Mark III command pod has a larger radius and it works even better on it.
Yeah, I would like that, I'm sure. Alright, that's cool. So, that allows me to do that. Now we can fix the fins too, right?
Which part?
The fins that they were not. I mean, it
Oh,
worked
fins.
for me, but they just
Right,
they
yeah,
were just
it
off.
It was snapped off by one.
Yeah, so I just moved that.
There's something that you should know about part clipping.
Yes.
If you intersect a part that's supposed to disconnect too much, it will not disconnect.
Right.
And there's other issues where if you sink it too far, it might have some weird stuff happen. So like anything, I think beyond, like if it's a part that's got physics, like all the rocket parts do, the components that you're sticking.
Thank you,
inside-
Dr. Stays. Welcome to the Scarlet Brigade. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, just be careful with it. I'll let you know if you decide
yeah.
that would be a problem. Everything so far has
Yeah.
been great.
Okay. Cool. We are now on Orbital 3, SRG Orbital 3.
You may want to add a tank more on the upper stage to get enough fuel.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Probably not the worst idea I've heard.
I selected for a time.
That gives me 2,000 DV. But we're gonna have to change the booster limit so I can get 1.7 on the pad. .72. I'm sold. That only gives me 1.06 off of the engine. What does that look like in?
Tweak it a little bit, yeah.
What should it be on the pad, or like, do I just want to use the Atmos slider to check that?
You don't have to, just rough it. Anywhere between, you know,
It needs to be around 1.5 at 35, though.
between 1.2 and 1.5, I would say. It doesn't need to be that high.
Okay, at 35 is 1.2. Are we saying with the pad at 1.2? That's a big difference.
I saw you slide it, so I was talking about that.
Okay, so with the slide, it's at 1.2. At 35, 1.26. I think I want to give it a little more. We'll cut it in half, split the difference. 1.35 on the pad. It's 1.6 on the ground. 1.13 on the ground. All right. Still 2,000 DV. So let's do it. Okay, saved. SRG Orbital 3. That's the end of another hour. Wow. Time is flying with this game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Amazing. Not to be that guy, but doctors. No. I love it. I want to know what your name is. So don't worry about being that guy, because no, I hate it. I hate when people call me the wrong thing. I go into to a stream and someone calls me Trevor. No, it's Scarletrever. You know, I don't expect somebody to know it, but you know, yeah, somebody calls me Trevor because they see Scarlet. I don't know, but my name's not Trevor. I'm Scar, or Scar. Most people don't call me Scarlet, but Trevor is not my real name. My real name isn't Scar. If you've been here long enough, huh?
Now I know something that bothers you.
Oh yeah, call me Trevor and you get kicked. Instaban. No, it's all good. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's just, yeah, just letting him know I know the feels, man. So yeah, druids. It's so you prefer calling you Taze is fine, but it's supposed to be druids Taze. Is that? Am I reading that right? I'm not sure what the .sc is. But, yeah. Not bad. Dreaded X, welcome. Did I say hi to Tim Trial? I think I did say hi to Tim Trial. Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I don't know who's up. I think it's, Sim?
Human joined your chamber.
Maybe it's whoever just joined.
3, 2,
Uh-oh.
1, launch.
Ooh, I almost didn't make it back into the window. Beardo vision! Alright, that's it for now. Be sure to come back and find out what happens next. Remember to subscribe, click like, and leave any comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.